Good morning to all of you on day 3 of the Tea Party shutdown of the United States government and all of our many private sector partners that are hard hit and significantly hurt by their irresponsible and reckless and radical behavior. A few days ago, because of their actions to deny a vote on the floor of the House on a bipartisan Senate resolution that would keep the government operating and keep our small businesses working, they have sent moms and dads, aunts and uncles, cousins and friends home without a paycheck, without any idea of what is going to happen. It is a sad and shameful time in Washington, D.C., and a heart-wrenching time around our nation. They are now taking their anarchy and extortion from Capitol Hill to Main Street. Main Street, in their own districts, where the real pain is beginning to be felt. Small businesses that derive their livelihood from businesses surrounding many of our parks and monuments, small businesses that thousands surround our medical institutions, our military institutions, let alone buildings that are all over the country that have federal employees that used to be in them no longer. Many of these businesses support that activity, whether it's parking lots, restaurants, dentist offices, Starbucks, etc. Last night on the news, there were many stories in Louisiana and here around, but one story was about Tequila Kelly. She's a waitress at Fort Polk. I'm sure she doesn't make much more than a minimum wage, and maybe on a good day she gets tips. Well, she was on the news last night saying that after we had all led a successful effort against hard odds to keep Fort Polk, the third largest training facility, joint training facility in the nation, open after the threat of sequester and the threat of the defense contracting and constricting that's going on. After we survive that, she doesn't think she's going to be able to survive the Tea Party recklessness because no one is coming to the restaurant where she works. So she's already feeling her tip wage go down, and she said last night she thinks she may lose her job. This is the result of Republican minority Tea Party that think this is the way to run a government, run a nation. They are wrong and their actions are hurtful. Let me give you just a couple of facts about small businesses around the country, and then I'm going to call on my two extraordinary colleagues who have been strong voices in their states, in their region, and nationally for small business. And I thank Senator Shaheen, Senator Heitkamp for being with us this morning. According to the Small Business Procurement Scorecard, the federal government, which is one of the largest employers in the world, spends $400 billion a year with the private sector. I want you to write this number down. $400 billion. That's $1 billion a day with private companies, some of whom are represented here. Those contracts have been put at risk by Tea Party shenanigans. Last year, the SBA, Small Business Administration, through its main programs, through a very difficult time, might I add. This has not been, this recession has been very hard, but nonetheless, small agency, the SBA, one of the smallest in the nation, has used its little muscles that it has, and it pushed out 53,000 loans when a lot of banks were saying no to the people walking in their front door. We have no money to lend you. The SBA made that possible, supported 571,000 jobs last year. Those jobs are at risk. Every day, please write this in the press, there are 150 loans that are not going to small business every day. $93 million shut down. So we're on day 3. You can do the math. In Louisiana, that equals $500,000 of capital not flowing to Louisiana's businesses because of the Tea Party shutdown. Gulf Coast Bank, one of the region. They reported that yesterday morning, 1.8 million in small business loans are on hold due to the two-party shutdown. Now that's one bank. We have 7,000 in America, and we have 2,000 that belong to this program. So this math is looking worse and worse every day. That was excellent. Can we open it up to any questions? Well, first of all, it shouldn't be about whether Democrats like myself will crack or not. It should be about whether these businesses can sustain their shenanigans. And the answer is they cannot. This lump group of Republicans is playing with fire. It is hard to describe their actions of shutting the government down. While they seem to be giddy about that, how could they possibly be happy about hearing these stories? Because that's what's shutting the government down to small businesses all over America. Now the answer is they need to open the government now by passing the resolution that was passed by Republicans and Democrats in the Senate that would pass over there if they would put it on the floor, open the government, and then decide to go to a conference on the budget committee, which they have resisted for 6 months. Step 1, open the government. Step 2, go to budget conference. I want to remind everyone here, the Senate has voted 18 times to go to a budget conference to have a debate about what Senator Shaheen and Senator Heitkamp particularly said about the real big issues that are affecting us. Our 10-year outlook, our debt burden that we're carrying, the challenge to the economy. But the first step is for the Tea Party to stop their Tea Party and to open the government. Step 2 is to go to a budget conference. So that is what we're here to say. This is not a game. In their effort to hurt the government, which they have said is their point. They do want to hurt the government. But they are very confused about what the government is. Small businesses and private sector companies are partners with the government. So when they attempt to hurt the government for whatever their reason is, they are hurting millions and millions of small businesses. And as one of the speakers said, even when the government comes back to us, which one day, I'm assuming they will, since we're the greatest in the world, maybe not perfect, but the greatest in the world, one day, while the government employees may or may get their paychecks, these businesses might not be there to resume their contract. Because if they miss payroll or they default, they're gone. And then it gets more dangerous every day that this goes on with what could happen when the market sees that this one group of irresponsible individuals is not only holding the government of the United States hostage, all businesses that are partners with the government, which are millions of all sizes and shapes, but then they seem willing in their comments to hold the economy of the United States hostage. That will cause havoc on every business in America, every family in America. Their credit ratings will go down, and it's hard to even contemplate. So I don't know how you feel about anything.
I think just the point that as bad as what this is, if we can't figure out how to solve and increase the debt limit, that's going to have catastrophic results. And we need to start talking about those catastrophic results. Far too many people, I think, the American public thinks this is about increasing the ability to spend money instead of the responsibility that we have to pay our debts. And treasuries are held on balance sheets at 100% of value because they've always been backed by the full faith and credit of the United States of America. What happens when we violate that trust? What happens to those balance sheets for all of business, for the entire economic structure? This is not a game. And that's the point we're trying to get across, that this has incredible impacts on a fragile and hopefully growing economy, that we cannot let this continue. We have got to solve this problem. And the quickest way is not picking winners and losers, but funding government for the 6 or now 5-week time period that we're going to be funding government. Get to work on the tough issues. Stop playing with the rules with the American economy, and more importantly, with the lives of American people. That is Rita Reed's decision. I don't know what he has done, but the key, as I've said before, is for the House to pass the resolution to open the government. This cannot be done by piecemeal. It should not be done by piecemeal. What part is more important than that? Many of us could argue, well, those might be important issues, and they are. What's more important than the millions of small businesses who undergird the entire economy of the United States? So the Tea Party has to understand that they cannot hold government and our private partners, which are many, from big companies like Boeing and Lockheed to small companies that are represented here, hostage over their inability to get a law that they don't like amended. It's hardly ever been done before in the history of the United States. It cannot be done. They have to open the government. When the government is open, we can all get back to work and get to the negotiating table over those issues about how much we should spend on our troops, how much we should spend on domestic discretionary, how much we should spend on intelligence, et cetera, et cetera. So those games, those gimmicks are not going to work. The only thing that the House can do is open the government, pass the resolution, which is accepting yes or an answer, their budget number. Their budget number. Say yes to their own budget number. Get the government back open again, and then we can all get to a negotiating table and put everything on the table. Not the rise of the debt of the full faith and credit of the United States, but we can put everything on the table. And that's what we need to do. I would not. I don't think that all the Republicans are going along with this. I think many of them are being quiet until they hear from their constituents. And every day that this goes on, they're hearing from their constituents, and it's my hope that many brave men in the Republican Party will stand up and close this Tea Party down. It is not a party. When in the real Tea Party, they threw 2 crates of tea overboard. In the real historic one, today they're throwing small businesses overboard by the boatload. They're throwing people overboard. They are throwing their own neighbors overboard. They are throwing their communities overboard. I mean, this hostage taking of the government and our private sector partners is unparalleled action, unprecedented, and it's got to stop. I am not surprised, but I remain hopeful because I know many of these men and women personally, and I have the deepest respect for many of them. And I think hopefully in the next day or two, we will hear more voices joining Senator McCain, Senator Graham, Senator Corker, Representative King, who have tried to speak the truth. They have been quieted by their party for now, but hopefully they will continue to provide really good leadership. I think negotiating with that kind is a good thing to do. I mean, their own people should never be held hostage. Or their own businesses should never be held hostage. We have to get back to the local government, open the government.
government. Let the private sector get back to work, get to the negotiating table, and that's what we're going to do. Thank you.